your son or your children is a report card of your past. There is no 10-year series for parents, I know. All parents are, if you're hoping for a 10-year series, are all Singapore good students. All you have to do is do a 10-year series and you'll pass your exam. But for parenting, there's no 10-year series.
I think it's something really, really useful. Like for our children, or rather for the bowlers to develop themselves. I think this is something that they should learn, or parents should actually guide them towards learning. So that's a very, very good tip, I think. I think probably more parents can try that out. If to engage them in conversations and to let them think about what happened, in the games, rather than just complaining about, what didn't work, and how bad things went. Yeah. But in terms of like support, right? Because you mentioned about support for your son, were there some changes or any kind of changes in your life, or accommodations that your family must make, or have to make, like now or previously, with them, so many people, so many of your children doing bowling at the moment?
Yeah, one of the things that you need to take care of is the type of car that you need to be driving. My eldest daughter is 6 balls, son 8 balls. Number 3 got 6 balls. Number 4 got 2 balls. I got 3 balls. So everyone of us going to go bowling. My car got to be holding a lot of balls. So car is one thing. Other than that will be the weird timing. Let's say NAG, for example. My son is bowling in the morning. My daughter will be bowling in the afternoon, or sometime at night. Yeah, so you just have to play around. But one thing good about sports school parents, we help out each other. Right? Sometimes I will say, okay, I will go and pick up the team A children. I'll send them there. Then the other parent will pick up the team B children and they'll send them there. So we don't need to send them come back all the ding dong. Yeah, so it helps. So forming that group cliques is very important. So we can help each other out. And even come to lunch, some of the parents will say, hey, you know what? I will be cooking this and this. You want me to cook more so everybody can eat together? Yeah, that's something that is very helpful. Yeah, and then they look out for each other, things that they do always together. I think that bonding is very strong. We need to have that. They call it the mommy cafe. We call it the dad gossip. Nowadays, because of COVID, we can't be going into the bowling alley. So all the parents will gather outside and then we gossip. Hey, what happened now? Wow, who and who is together? We talk about these kind of things and then listen and see some of the insightful things and what's happening in the in bowling industry and so on. Some of the coaches will join us and we'll just talk. Yeah, so these are some of the things that we change. Other than that, being sports school parents, Saturday, Sunday are very important to us. Time to bond with your kids. I always like to make use of the time that I pick them up, because the day that I pick them up, there'll be 3 of us in the car, myself, my son, and my daughter. None of them, the rest are not around. I will take my time to ask each one of them question that will go straight into their heart, like, okay, so recently, how's your schoolwork? Are you coping well? You need any help? All right, let me know if you need any help. Bowling, how? Hit new balls? Are you changing to 15? Or are you going to change your handspan? Any latest things that we know? When's your next competition? Ask them questions that to show concern. I think it's very important, especially they don't leave or stay with you from Monday to Friday. What they need is this. Right? Show that you are concerned about their life. I'm not throwing you into a place that you stay there from Monday to Friday, you study and do whatever you do. Saturday, Sunday, come back, I just give you let you eat whatever you want, because for school food is very, very healthy. No fast food. So you want okay. So I was thinking, no, that is not right. But you should ask them things that will really hit into them and let them think about, that you got me. Actually, I feel like I want to do something. My son is 2 more years to army. So I asked him, do you want to go shooting? I can bring you to live firing, real pistol, real rifles. Do you want to go? I can arrange for that. You want to go? Let's go. So I give them this type of capability or opportunity to go and try new things. That's how we actually stage up and need to be involved. Need to be involved. The son, your children don't owe you a living. you need to be involved. Not 20 years later, when you are old, you will not be involved.
Mm.
They will not involve you. You'll be left alone. That's bad. I don't want.
So to really build on that connection, that relationship with them, through being, like you say, to showing genuine concern about what's happening to them, and connecting on a heart-to-heart level in that sense, especially when they are there at home with you, because your kids being in sports school, they will not be there at home every day. Yeah. So it's quite different as compared to other parents who have their kids in the secondary schools.
Yeah, but don't take the children for granted. Importantly, whatever you say, you promise, you do. Don't think that they'll forget. Right? Involve them. For example, my son, he's still in dilemma. Should I go for a army scholarship, police scholarship, or what scholarship? After I finish my army, I said, you can start thinking about it. I first asked him to explore A stars, but he says he doesn't like to study. I said, then what you want to do? That I would like to be like you, being a boss. Can wake up at 10 o'clock, then go home, then go to office at 10 plus, then come back 5, 6 o'clock, then go for dinner, then you like very free. I said, oh wow, you want to try my job? So one day when it's holiday, no tournament, I brought him to my office. I tell to the rest of my staff, I say, treat him like an intern. Like how we will ask intern to do things and let him do it. My intern don't do like normal interns photostat papers, no. My interns got to put up proposals, business plan, numbers. So I asked my staff to throw my son with all the things. They say, I think that's not really what I want to do.
The business side of things, Yeah.
Yeah, so it shows that you are really interested and you really involve them and get them really feel that I know that I'm in safe hand. Daddy knows he knows what I want, and he will involve me and make sure that I really know what I'm going to get. Yeah. So these are things that we actually go through. And I have always a story to say is that whatever things that we do it as a family. Even though my wife don't bowl, she'll sit at the bowling alley. Right? Everything we do as a family. If someone need to go for a medical checkup, we send her there, we hang around, we wait for her, we do it as a family. Someone need to shop for pants, someone needs to shop for apparels, we go as a family, even though my son hates shopping. Yeah. So we go as a family, we enjoy it as a family. If someone need to go for competition, now we cannot go in. If not, we all go and sit down and cheer for them. So these are things that we do as a family. Leave the bond tight. That's what I say.
I think that is really, really important, I guess, in the process of supporting and building that bond as a family, doing things together. Yeah. Because I guess now, with social media, a lot of times everybody is disconnected, although we are connected online. So I guess that bonding and the time to be together, even like you say, going shopping, something that he might not like, but at least you're together at that moment.
Yes. Yeah. Correct. It is important. The traveling in the car is also good. Talk to them. I have a funny rules in the car is the car no one can operate their mobile phone in the car. All right. So how do I actually get that to happen? Very simple. So out of the blues, I'll ask them, now I don't know how to drive home. Direct me home now. I'll turn left, turn right, turn here. So nowadays when I drive, when the moment I turn to a road that is unknown to them, they realize, Daddy, you're not going home. Daddy, you're not going to office. Where are we going? I thought we were going home. So I make them be afraid and be sensitive to the environment. You want to sit in my car, don't think I'm a driver, be involved, Now I don't have to go home. Teach me how to go home. So they'll tell me. Okay? Sometimes I forgot to buy things, or I don't know, I forgot to go certain place. And then you forget to buy things, you can turn right here to go to that place to buy this and that. So they'll tell me. They're able to tell me where to get certain things, which I think is pretty important, meaning that they are involved, they are there for us. When anything happens, I still got someone to fall back to.
Yeah, I guess that's an important life skill, like what your son wants to learn as well. Being able to resource for what you want, where to get it. That's quite important. Especially when things are very different, I guess, 5 years, 10 years down the road, when with social media and online buying is so easy. Yeah. But I guess to the last question that I have for you is that you actually shared many tips with us, such as having that reflective communication with them, doing things together as a family, focusing on the relationship. But what other tips would you give parents who are trying to support their children through this journey of bowling? Either being captains in their own teams, or trying to work towards the national team.
Hmm. Uh, Bowling, beside all the technical skill, you realize that beside bowling, the next thing that you need to do is the relationship building.
Mm,
You can be a very good bowler, but if you're not coachable, uh,
yep.
it's very difficult to operate.
Mm,
So, being to be able to learn how to build relationship, uh, to teach the children how to be able to build relationship is pretty important. And
mm,
building relationship cannot be taught overnight. And the easiest way for the children to learn is to observe how their parents work. Right?
mm,
I always find that it's important to show them how you behave and how you react to situation, and then you realize that they will mirror what you do.
mm,
So you need to lead by example.
yep.
Yeah. That is what I felt that is pretty important. Uh,
Mm,
Relationship building, how to make friends, and keep positive thinking.
mm,
Yeah. And you need to lead by example. So positive thinking, you really need to lead by example. And I, I always say this. My son, my number two, and my number four, behave a lot like me because we never say die. We will try and try and try. My number one and my number three behave like my wife. Okay, that's enough. So I will always tell them that it depends on what you want.
mm,
If you're talking about life, you can be contented. But if you're talking about bowling, it's technically the scores. There is no mercy on that. You lose by one pin, you lose by one pin.
mm,
So you need to be positive thinking. Uh, I've seen my son grow a lot in this area. In the past few competition, he has went down as low as 140, 150. But he managed to bounce back to 230, 240 and the whole entire 8 games, he had only 140, 150. The rest is all 200 and above. So that shows the maturity of him from up to down to 140 and 50 and all the way up. And then I asked him why like that. Oh, because I changed lane. My fellow bowler, two handler, two hand bowler, same right hand, I die. And the
mm,
lane I just changed is someone use it. I don't know how the lane condition is, and I lost on that. So I tell him, then this is a problem. How are you going to solve it? I'm going to speak to the coach. I'm going to know what of my ball will do and how am I going to solve this lane issue. Can I play another line? Can I change my release?
mm,
All right, to match up, or can I go slower? So these are things that he's able to tell me through this,
mm,
and this is all because of the way that we actually show them that don't give up, be positive, show by action.
mm,
All right, your day-to-day action, the way you communicate with people, these are all very important. Your son or your children is a report card of your
mm,
past. There is no 10-year series for parents, I know. All parents are, if you're hoping for a 10-year series, are all Singapore good students. All you have to do is do a 10-year series and you'll pass your exam. But for parenting, there's no 10-year series. But your children is a reflection of you, of what you've been doing for the past few years. So if you want to have a nice report card, all right, then you have start to behave yourself in front of your children. That's what I share.
I think those are very wise words. Your children are your report card. I think that's definitely something that I will keep in mind. Uh, yeah, looking at my children growing up as well. So I guess with that, that is all the questions that I have, and I really thank you, Kelvin, for this interview, for sharing some of these insights and parenting tips that you have, trying to help bowlers, trying to help your own children, trying to help bowlers, and even other parents. to build their own children as well. So thank you so much for this interview. I wish you and all your children the best. And I'll probably catch up with you one day over bowling lah. Yeah.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Looking forward for it. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Kelvin.